Alright, hello everybody and welcome back to Shrift 2. We're still in the trial version and we're going through it in English. So, our next step is to go visit someone who might know something about the seal that's appeared on Richard's hand. So, let's get it. Find out the bruise's true nature. Accept request. Ah, that issue we talked about. I'll get in touch with them now. I'll also let you know where the place is. So what kind of person are we dealing with here? You said they'd be kind enough to help me. Yes, well, before we talk about them, let me fill you in on some background first. You're aware that after the church was founded, other organizations targeting demons started popping up in every country around the world, yes? And that these groups have been designated as organizations of concern? Yes, I know. Like us, they've been making use of the existence of demons and refuse to merge with the church. A lot of groups willingly offer up their souls to demons to help develop technology. Both the church and the government are keeping a close eye on them. The big pharmacy in town is owned by one of those groups. Sumeragi Heavy Industries, the same group that made the teleporter Hyaki used. There are endless rumors that their surface-level activities are nothing more than a front for something horrible going on behind the scenes. That's right. And another one of those organizations of concern is the so-called Devil Essence Group. Devil Essence? They're a group researching demon technology, just like the one you mentioned before, Sumeragi Heavy Industries. They specialize in creating magic circles and curse magic. Compared to the Sumeragi logo, don't you think the Devil Essence one gives off more of a mystical spells and curses vibe? It looks more like a chemistry vial to me. It seems more scientific, if anything. Don't tell me that helper you're talking about is from that Devil's Essence group? Yes, exactly right. To tell you the truth, one of the leaders of that group is an acquaintance of mine. They run a pawn shop called Energy Association as a front. I'm sure you'll get a warm welcome. Is it really alright? This isn't some weird kind of recruitment strategy, is it? Because of their belief system, they'll be quite interested in that bruise, and might talk your head off about all kinds of things, but they won't do anything bad to you. Probably. But let's keep this just between the two of us. The bruise is one thing, but I'd get scolded by Akiyama-sama if he found out about my connections in town. Right. Alright. Let's just get to it. Huh? No one's here. I'm sure this is the place. Hey, if they're not here, then we reschedule. I don't like this place. Ether and magic essence flying around everywhere. Let's finish our business here and go. I'm getting a bad feeling about this place as well, so I'd rather not hang around long either. This whole thing has a mad scientist written all over it. My kind of people! There are devices and containers of suspicious culture fluids lined up. I suppose Kana-san did say that this organization dealt with magic circles and spells. See? They're definitely doing horrible experiments here. I'm sure in back there are lots of restraints and screams can be heard from there every night. It's obvious what this is. Actually, my research is focused on the effect of human realm spells and curse on magic essence, so I suppose calling them horrible experiments isn't entirely incorrect. Yep, mad scientists written all over your face. You also looked like you were recently stoned and then got broken out, aka Dr. Stone. Who are you? Welcome to the Energy Association. I'm its head, Gold. Pleased to make your acquaintance. And I suppose you're the demon-haunted priest Kanaken told me to expect today. Something about a very interesting bruise you want me to investigate? That's right. I'm Richard. He's totally a mad scientist. When I heard you were haunted, it got me wondering just what kind of mad priest would be coming. But is that the Kage-onna I see dwelling behind you? Such a weak entity wouldn't yield enough essence for research purposes. Vengeful spirits and succubi, on the other hand, are much more worthwhile extraction subjects. Wait, you can hear my voice? She's not really a problem. It's not her I'm here about. But about this. I know. That's what I'm far more interested in anyway. A mark directly appearing on human skin, and not only that, but it emits a light that has an enormous effect on demons. As far as curse magic goes, nothing could be more interesting. Now hurry up and put your hand out, will you? You won't get anywhere unless I take a good look at it myself first. I see. It certainly doesn't resemble any insignias from old literature and legends. And it does conform to the style of the pentagrams and hexagrams. Oh, and it doesn't conform to the style of pentagrams and hexagrams used to summon demons. It doesn't look much like some kind of physical stigma either. Wonderful. Simply wonderful! Here I was thinking I researched everything there was to research on the subject of spells and curses in the human world. And then you come in here and bring me something fresh to research. He looks like he's having fun! So then, do you know something about this bruise? Of course. But this whole thing is a first for me. Though I have records and knowledge I can draw on at this facility, to be honest, there's still many unknowns about that bruise. But I'll tell you what I do know at this stage. First of all, that bruise is without a doubt a kind of demon realm magic called a demon emblem. Demon emblem? It's magic that demons cast on humans at the same time they make an oath. It's closer to a curse than a contract. Those themselves come in various forms, but I hear there are rules to a certain extent depending on the pattern of the mark, though I don't have a complete understanding of that. Though I do know that there are some insignias that have the female or male symbols on them. Those ones are evidence of an oath connected with sexual activity. Sexual activity? If I remember, the glow of that mark caused the demon to attack you, yes? And sexually too, if I recall. You had managed to convince her and resolve the situation peacefully by some means. But then that mark reacted and caused a sudden change in the demon's demeanor. It becomes clear when you take the mark's characteristics from that time. At the very least, that mark can inflame the lust of others against their will. So, in other words, it has the power to make demons lust for Richard? Like a porn game protagonist? It is a porn game and he is the protagonist. But nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The bruise itself only just recently appeared on my left hand. Can you tell me anything more about the exact conditions under which this demon emblem will activate? Like what things should I try to avoid doing precisely? Unfortunately, I don't quite know its precise nature, what makes it activate, what kinds of demons it works on, and such. But being a priest, you won't be able to avoid squaring off against more demons, so do your best not to get pushed down and mounted by any. Oh, no. I not really mind, though. You cute when cornered and plastered. I don't mind performing some more detailed tests, but I have some conditions. They're errands that for a priest like you should be no trouble at all. It would make me oh so glad if you would take them on for me. What do you want me to do? You've been to the public cemetery, yes? It's a somewhat dangerous area with low-grade wandering spirits around, but the crypts have been opened up to general access. The reason being is that all those wandering spirits in crypts are nothing but weakling small fry. The dregs of essence you can obtain from them is worthless. But deeper inside, there's a path to this central large tree that's open only to staff, and there you can find even stronger wandering spirits. Fearing the possibility that someone could be hurt, the cemetery manager has closed all access to the public, and now you can't get in without special permission. Unless, of course, you're a priest with the capacity to fight back. So, basically, you want me to go into that staff-only path and do something inside? Exactly. I'm glad you're so quick on the uptake. So, what do you want me to do in there? Hey, you really going to accept? Do you know what tests he's going to run on you? He's definitely going to do things like take your blood. Relax, I'm just going to run some general tests on his body. I'm not going to try to analyze him with magic or anything. What I want you to get in there is something that's left behind by a certain wandering spirit. I want you to retrieve a squeezing flower for me. Squeezing flower? When the spiritual energy of the spirit tree in the middle of the cemetery mixes with the miasma from the graves, a wandering spirit with unique essence is born. This one's called Man-Eater. It's supposedly called that because a human once had his whole body enveloped by its flowers. Fortunately, he was rescued, suffering only some mild dehydration. This particular wandering spirit is rarely reported to ever do much real harm to people. And apart from that one incident, it rarely emerges from underground. But being a wandering spirit born of the mix of spiritual energy and my asthma around that spirit tree, I couldn't ask for a better subject for my research. So it's that squeezing flower they leave behind that you want? I'm going in there to get it for you. Exactly. So, I've already had Kana-san get in touch with the cemetery manager to have the door unlocked for you. I appreciate the help, Richard-kun. I'll get the test ready in the meantime. Is this really okay? Though they're just wandering spirits, is it a good idea to go back in your state? Huh? What do you mean? That demon emblem. It makes demons less for you. But we don't know if it only works on female demons. So, if gender and species aren't a factor in activation, you could make wandering spirits horny for you. Please stop. You're making me nervous. Welcome, demon-possessed priest. What have you come to present us today? Don't be a stranger. We can both understand the demonic better through our combined pursuit of knowledge.